Welcome to Gator Outside. Let me go over real quick my Husqvarna 580 RSW push mower. It's a self-drive. I went to go cut grass last week and sure enough, it wouldn't move. I couldn't figure out what was going on and I tried a few steps to diagnose the problem. I'm sorry when I'm in the moment, I forgot to bust out a camera and maybe show you all those steps, so I'll just try to run through it real quick and show you. This mower was made back in 2000, so it's kind of hard to find the parts. So how I diagnosed the problem, first I took off this cover right here, the hose drive system. You have the drive pulley, the shiny silver one straight down, and that's connected to the output shaft of the motor. And when you pull the lever, it releases this drive wheel down onto that disc, in turn turns the shaft, which powers your wheels to your mower. So I pulled the handle and I thought maybe this disc was slipping, but it was not slipping. So then I raised the mower, took a look underneath. I noticed the tension pulley, which goes to the belt to the drive system, and it was seized up. I pulled it off. Sure enough, the bearings are seized. Let me bring you in closer. I'll show you what else I found. You can see some wear marks on it. I guess that's when the bearing was starting to seize. But if you turn it, you can see where it locked up. Rubbed all the way down completely to metal. It's hard to find parts for a 25-year-old mower, so I found some old new stock, original part number, got the pulley. Took about a week to come in off of eBay, but it seems good to go. We're gonna get it put back together. So while I was on eBay, I decided to go ahead and get a new belt. You know, figure it's 25 years old, the belt's gotta be pretty old and wore out. Plus the strain on that pulley was putting on it. Figured, hey, a few bucks, let's go ahead and do it. So if you ever have an issue with this mower and it's not driving anymore, check out this pulley underneath. Let's get it put back together. Take your 5/8 bolt, stick it through the new pulley. Don't forget your spacer. And you got your bracket that goes underneath. Make sure you put this on the right side. You got your 11/16 nut. Get it all put back together. And let's tighten it down. All right, let's get it installed. Before we installed the new pulley, I went ahead and pulled off the old belt. Might be easier to do it while that pulley's out of the way. Lined it up, seems like the right belt. And I took a look at the old one. I don't know if you could see or not, but it definitely has some wear, some cracks. It's a good thing to replace it. Hopefully y'all can see, it's the drive wheel. So I'm just gonna try to snake this belt down under the drive wheel and see if I could just spin the wheel just a little bit. And the belt is under. Now we just gotta try to feed it under the mower. Get it back on the pulley. There we go. All right, you see we got our belt on the drive pulley. Let's get it back on the shaft. Looks like we have to come back off that pulley on the back to get it over this. Now, let's get that back on the pulley again. We have the belt back on the pulley, so we're good there. Now the fun part is getting this back together, because you're very limited on space. All right, we have our pulley. You got this washer with a little nipple on it, goes down in, and a regular washer. We will hold off on this regular washer for just a second. And mission impossible is trying to put it back together. That's the easy part. Now we got to get this washer on. Now the real fun part is trying to get this nut back on. They need to come up with a better design. Hopefully they did in 25 years. Let's try something else. Let's try needle nose pliers. We got it started. Might be cross-threaded. Let's try to back. All right, we got it. Let's see if we can get our 1/2-inch wrench on it. And our 1/2-inch socket. There we go, we got our tensioner back on. So now you can see it just presses up against that belt. And we need to put this spring back in to hold the tensioner. There we go, finished. Now that we got everything back together, we need to put this protective shield back on. Let's figure out which way it goes. Let's try to get a screw started. Now we can put our blade on finally. And we have a 14mm, and I do have my spark plug unhooked. You always want to do that, messing around. You end up starting your engine and cutting your fingers off. All right, she is tight. Let's give her a try. Got her all back together. Let's see how it works out. Spark plug's back on. Let's prime it. That new pulley belt worked out pretty good. She is back in action. Now I can finally cut this yard that looks out of control. Hopefully this video will help you out, give you ideas, things to look at if you're having any issues with your walk behind. With my mower running again, I finally got to cut the grass. It's looking way better. Yeah, I gotta figure out what to do. I'm reclaiming a lot of this yard up here. You can tell where the grass stops and the weeds start. There used to be nothing but leaves. I might need to hire somebody to come in and do a little bit of grading. I've done a lot by hand, but I think some big chunks need some machinery. Or who knows, maybe I'll rent a little dingo and do it myself. But I got some spots out here in the front yard that need leveled out too. This whole front yard when I moved in was filled up with trees. I mean, they were all the way up touching the house. So over the years, just been reclaiming a little here and there. So if you don't mind, like, subscribe, and we'll catch y'all on the next episode.